Welcome to Punna Quiz. Ready for a quick blitz of myths versus facts? Dive into 50 fun questions that'll challenge and entertain you. Let's see what you know and get those brain gears turning. Quiz on. Is Mount Everest the tallest mountain in the world? Myth or fact? Fact. Does the Pacific Ocean cover more area than all the Earth's land combined? Myth or fact? Myth. Is the Amazon rainforest responsible for producing 20% of the world's oxygen? Myth or fact? Fact. Okay, next one. Is the Sahara the largest desert in the world? Myth or fact? Myth. Okay, can humans live for more than a week without water? Myth or fact? Myth. Ready for next. Is the Great Wall of China visible from space? Myth or fact? Myth. Ready for next. Do we use only 10% of our brains? Myth or fact? Myth. Let's go to next. Is lightning never strikes the same place twice? Myth or fact? Myth. Can goldfish remember things for only a few seconds? Myth or fact? Myth. Ready for next? Is Vatican City the smallest country in the world? Myth or fact? Fact. Okay, next one. Are you ready? Do bats are blind? Myth or fact? Myth. Let's go to the next one. Is the Earth perfectly round? Myth or fact? Myth. Ready? Can the full moon cause changes in human behavior? Myth or fact? Myth. Okay, next one. Do camels store water in their humps? Myth or fact? Myth. Is Russian the second most used language on the internet? Myth or fact? Myth. Next one. Can you see the Great Barrier Reef from space? Myth or fact? Fact. Let's go to the next one. Is Africa the second largest continent? Myth or fact? Fact. Does shaving hair make it grow back thicker? Myth or fact? Myth. Ready for next? Can you catch a cold by being cold? Myth or fact? Myth. Next, is Spanish the most spoken language in the world? Myth or fact? Myth. Let's go. Can humans digest gum in less than 7 years? Myth or fact? Fact. Next one. Is Pluto still considered a planet in our solar system? Myth or fact? Myth. Do most of the world's population live in the Northern Hemisphere? Myth or fact? Fact. Can a penny dropped from the Empire State Building kill someone? Myth or fact? Myth. Well, next one. Is the tongue the strongest muscle in the human body? Myth or fact? Myth. Next one. Do ostriches bury their heads in the sand when scared? Myth or fact? Myth. Ready for next? Is the human body composed of mostly water? Myth or fact? Fact. Let's go next. Can eating carrots improve your night vision? Myth or fact? Myth. Is Japan the country with the most vending machines per capita? Myth or fact? Fact. Ready for next? Is sugar the main cause of hyperactivity in children? Myth or fact? Myth. Let's go next. Can humans drink seawater to survive? Myth or fact? Myth. Are you ready? Is the heart located on the left side of the chest? Myth or fact? Myth. Ready for this? Do we swallow spiders in our sleep? Myth or fact? Myth. Next, is it safe to eat food that dropped on the floor for 5 seconds? Myth or fact? Myth. Are there more stars in the universe than grains of sand on all Earth's beaches? Myth or fact? Fact. Well, ready? Is it impossible to sneeze with your eyes open? Myth or fact? Myth. Next one, does cracking your knuckles lead to arthritis? Myth or fact? Myth. Okay, here we go next. Is the capital of Australia Sydney? Myth or fact? Myth. Okay, here we go next. Does Canada have the longest coastline in the world? Myth or fact? Myth. Well, you know this. Can honey spoil? Myth or fact? Myth. Do humans and dinosaurs coexist at any point in history? Myth or fact? Myth. Are you ready for this? Is watermelon a vegetable? Myth or fact? Myth. Well, next one. Is the Sahara Desert expanding every year? Myth or fact? Fact. Okay, next one. Does the moon have its own light? Myth or fact? Myth. Okay, let's go next. Is blood blue when it's inside your body? Myth or fact? Myth. Okay, next. Can people get warts from touching frogs? Myth or fact? Myth. What you think this? Is the Eiffel Tower painted every 7 years? Myth or fact? Fact. Next, can chewing gum stay in your stomach for years? Myth or fact? Myth. Okay, ready? Is it illegal to drive barefoot in the United States? Myth or fact? Myth. Last one. Can you see the Great Wall of China from the moon? Myth or fact? Myth. Thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe, share this video, and join us at Puna Quiz for more.